They'll make a statue of us and put it on a mountain top. Hey y'all.
Alright, and welcome to On the Cusp of Everything. This week, doing a review on RuPaul's Drag Race Season 2 UK edition, episode 3. So, what did you think about this week's episode?
When she said Notting Hill Carnival, I was so gassed. I was like, oh my god, yay! They're doing carnival themed challenge, and that's just like, we all missed carnival this year, and it was kind of like a nice ode again to something more than just what people think British culture is. Like a big part of British culture is actually carnival for all, people
I
of all
mean, Notting
backgrounds.
Hill Carnival, to be very precise.
Yeah, Notting Hill Carnival.
I thought it was just nice that he mentioned Notting Hill
Yeah.
because Notting Hill Carnival is actually very important in British history. A lot of people don't know the history of it whatsoever. They just think a carnival is a carnival. But
It's an
really and
iconic
truly,
moment.
Notting Hill Carnival was created because, I mean, there's so much history to it, I don't even know which one I should mention, but it was really created to make sure that the Caribbeans that moved into England, especially after the Windrush, had something to celebrate of their own as well, especially when they first lived in Notting Hill and Britain. This is very accurate, by the way. They were very much keep Britain white, and they were killing Caribbean peoples at the time. So this was something that was started from like a really big history, even up to today, still celebrating it. It's literally celebrating Black Britain,
Mhm.
especially the Caribbeans that had moved here. So I thought it was great to bring that in and a bit of limbo. And I just thought maybe I'll just mention this for people who don't really know what Notting Hill Carnival is about whatsoever. But
Unless they already did their research after looking at Adele with Bantu knots, putting Notting Hill Carnival on, on a
exactly,
track.
if you
Hold
looked at
on,
that,
hold on. Let's find out what this thing is. So,
exactly. So I agree though with you. All in all, I thought it was great that he mentioned Notting Hill Carnival. However, I thought the mini challenge was quite lame.
yeah, it
Because,
wasn't
you know,
anything.
there aren't a lot of exciting mini challenges on RuPaul's Drag Race. The purpose of the mini challenge is usually just to pick a lead or for someone to win some money if you're in the US. Uh, but, the purpose is really just to make sure that someone is like picking out
I think
who
it's a lot
gets
of
what.
personality as well, isn't it? It's like an icebreaker. So it's kind
Yeah,
of like,
I mean,
let's
did
get
you not
silly
say,
about it.
did you not see what um Lawrence Chaney was wearing? I think that was great. They literally turned to her face. She was like, it was fantastic. It was great. I can't even do it to do her justice. It was fantastic.
It
So
was
yeah,
good.
great, great fun seeing them do that. What did you think? Do you think there could have even been a technique or like some sabotaging when they were picking out the colors?
Okay, first of all, yeah, Taste and Veronica won that challenge, right?
Yeah.
The limbo challenge that they got to pick the first two boxes, right? And then give the colors to everybody else, right? Why did Veronica pick green? Now I know I look like I have green bluey hair and I love the color green, but as your first choice, you're the first person to pick. You're literally the first person to pick any of the colors that were out there, and you picked green, and the box
I mean,
itself
it's in her
wasn't a
name.
nice green. Yeah, Veronica Green. That's true. That's true. Yeah, that's true. So I knew that Taste was going to pick black,
Yeah,
and because she wears black literally
all the time.
all the time. So I was like, okay, good for you. You're working with what you know.
Yeah, it was the
That's
go-to,
a
wasn't it?
thing that was like clever. I wasn't surprised that Veronica picked pink for and I think she did it because Ginny Lemon. I think it would have been really easy to give Ginny Lemon like the gold or the closer to the yellow kind of
Yeah,
thing. And I
because
think
it
she
matches
really,
her.
I think in Veronica's mind, she really wanted to throw Ginny Lemon off and
That
thought,
makes
I'm just
sense.
going to give them pink, like trying to be
Something
whatever.
different.
Yeah.
I mean, saying that you are wearing pink today and it looks pretty nice. I feel like, is this Astina Mandela? This is how you should have done it.
Rude.
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like it had nothing to do with anything. I don't know how you could be really strategic about it. there could be definitely like a possibility, but I don't see how you could be strategic about it.
Yeah,
I
I think whatever color you probably would have landed with.
I'm wearing pink myself now and purple. I would have
Pink
gone with yellow.
today.
Matching by accident.
To winning.
It's about them being in a workroom. I feel like that's really where the episode was. It wasn't anywhere else. So I thought it was interesting. They were definitely building that story between Taste and Ahura. I love the fact that Lawrence Chaney mentioned that to RuPaul, for RuPaul to just to go into it and go ask questions
Yes,
and
I
see
love that.
where or what they would have said, right? Not
Sexual
gonna lie, Taste
tension.
is very shady to Lawrence Chaney, that comment. And I'm gonna be like Tia, and I'm not gonna repeat it.
Because Tia could have stirred.
I know.
Tia could have turned around and like really like
I
thrown
know.
down.
But I feel like Lawrence Chaney is so lovely.
But I feel
Like
like they're gonna mention
he
it next week for sure.
probably, maybe, because I feel like Lawrence Chaney would have it would maybe, I don't know. I feel like they're so nice that maybe they would have taken it very negatively and it could have affected them. And maybe Tia was thinking about that. I don't
Yeah.
think Lawrence would have done anything to be like stir the pot even more. And
Yeah.
maybe they wouldn't even taken it that harshly. You know, Lawrence, what do you mean? You say one thing, I
Yes,
say the other.
Ken.
Boom, boom, shade queen. I do think the best moment in the workroom and the first time I am acknowledging Sister and remembering her is of the conversation she had with Ginny Lemon. And it was just a kindness that was radiating off her, you know, like kind of like giving her space to let Ginny Lemon
Really?
speak
You
and
thought
being,
that?
I thought they were
Because
being nice. I
I
thought she was
thought it
being
was
really nice.
I thought it was the other way around. I thought that Ginny went and tried to talk to sister about it, and they like spoke for like 5 minutes, and then Ginny went away, and then that's when Bibbidi Bombulash came in and was like, "Okay, let's really talk about it." And
Mm.
I thought that was the moment, and I
See,
thought
but
the sister moment was like, I was a bit like, oh, I was left wanting sister to be more like,
yeah, but I
you
feel
know,
as
more
if
connected. But then I felt like it was a deeper moment with BBB, Bibbidi
BBB, how
Bombulash.
dare you? Bimini Bambulash.
That's true. Sorry.
Because they both maybe identify as non-binary or gender fluid, because I just thought Sister was, let's say Sister did not know before this day. It
Mm.
was almost like Sister was the audience that has no
Mm.
awareness of this, right? Being told by Ginny Lemon why she picked the color yellow to start with. You know, I did not know that the color yellow stood for healing and positivity, and that it was also a non-binary color. And this is just why I watch a show like this. So it was for somebody like Ginny Lemon to explain that. It's one of those things, isn't it? Like a lot of people don't understand what non-binary is or what gender fluidity is. So for them to have the opportunity to speak about it, I thought it was pretty great. And I'm not gonna lie, it made me really sad when she was like, she doesn't love herself. And obviously that was the
Yeah.
bit then when she then goes to talk to Bimini Bambulash, who then starts to explain more towards the audience what
Yeah.
exactly the term was. And I remember seeing on Twitter after we recorded the last episode, but her talking about originally like the paint idea and the costume was that she wanted her surprise to be the trans flag and celebrate the beauty of being trans and non-binary. So I feel like that all came together, and I feel like that's the only memorable thing I saw in the workroom that I thought was worth that episode, because I feel like this is why some people watch RuPaul's Drag Race, especially if you had seen early years RuPaul's
Yeah.
Drag Race when they do mention stuff like this, you know? Like it's not just about
I know.
us
It's
being
not about
beautiful
looks
drag
and
queens.
comedy.
It's
Yeah. It's
yeah,
it's about the deeper stories and connecting people and stuff like that,
yeah,
which
yeah,
I
yeah.
definitely appreciate as well. Personally, again, like with non-binary, I feel like a lot of people are like that generally. It's just it's harder for some people to be able to express it as fully, right? Everyone obviously individually has their levels of feminine and masculine energies, right? And to be able to flow in between them is so natural and so normal. And obviously like places where it's really hard, even in the communities I grew up in and stuff like that, it's just kind of always been hard for people to truly express themselves regardless of whether someone thinks you're too femme or someone thinks you're too mask or someone thinks you're,
Mm,
you know, you shouldn't be wearing dresses or someone thinks you shouldn't be wearing pants or someone thinks you should have your hair like this or you,
yeah,
there's so much going on there. So
I
yeah,
agree.
it was a
Like all
really
those rules.
teachable moment, an educational moment, I think.
Yeah, no, I agree. So since that was really all that was going on in the workroom, time to talk about the runway. Now,
Let's talk about
remember
run.
last week I said I'm gonna pay attention to see what kind of jokes RuPaul makes and stuff. And the only thing I got was that EastEnders reference, right? RuPaul was to like Michelle, who wore it best, Michelle Visage or Kat Slater? And then
Oh,
Michelle Visage was all like, you ain't Ru, you ain't my mother. And he's like, yes, I am. Now, anybody who's watched EastEnders or remembers EastEnders from that early will understand that reference. Okay, like that is still a meme in some
yeah,
communities.
yeah.
All right, so
I mean, yeah, she obviously did her homework.
she obviously did. Yes, 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 she 100% did. So I thought that was completely great. So, because I really want to look out for the jokes that Rue was going to make to see if she really understood a little bit, right, of what was going on there. Maybe I've just missed it. Maybe I've just missed it all completely. But this is the first time that I was like, ah, I understood that one. So, who are it best? The first person or the first group, should I say, Taste and Ahura, in your opinion, who do you think wore it best? And when did you think of starting with Taste?
I liked Taste and I liked a horror's fit. Nothing made me go wow out
I
of the
agree.
entire runway performance.
I
Um,
agree.
oh, tell a lie, tell a lie. Two made me go wow, and I'm just gonna go off whatever. The two outfits that made me go wow are the one like Bimini Bombulash and Lawrence Cheney.
Mm. Why? Why
And
did you like Lawrence's one? I like Lawrence's one, but there was this thing in my mind at first when I was like, oh yeah, that's Lawrence. Because I mean she mentioned it herself. She knows she aged herself on purpose, which is still great. So it took me a while to really take that in.
yeah,
But what was your opinion on it? I know you liked it, but why?
I thought it was just the best done out of the whole lot. Like you can see the skill. It
Yeah,
was just like very well put together. It was a full outfit, I think. I feel like as much as Ellie Diamonds was really, really cute as well, I think that Lawrence Cheney just had like a fuller, like it just looked more, you know, whereas Ellie Diamond, it was nice, but it was just it looked like maybe just like a little play suit with. Whereas Lawrence Chaney went all out, you know, and I really, really thoroughly enjoyed that moment. And I feel like, especially from having that this is her moment, I was really happy that she executed it well, you know.
yeah.
Um, and the same with Bimbidi Bomb Blue Lash, where she came out, I was just like, yes, stunning. And that's exactly what I
That
would have done
lace,
with
innit?
Blue as well. Yes. I was like, oh, Astina, if you literally did something similar, like you, I thought that's what Astina was gonna come out with
No,
when she first got
100% not.
blue.
You knew Astina was
No, no,
not
no,
going for
not
that.
not as in when she was making it, but like when she got blue, I thought she was gonna come in some nice blue like gown moment or something like similar, or very like fashion, you know, especially because that blue looks so beautiful on her skin. And then like I literally thought she was gonna do a Bimini Bombu Lash moment, but when Bimini came out like that, I was like, wow, stun, stun,
Mm,
stun, stun, amazing. I loved it.
nice. Well, I thought, and I think you're gonna hate me for this one. I liked your coffee. I 100% did. I enjoyed to see that she made that. Now, I just thought the reason I liked it as well, maybe she dazzled me and hypnotized me, moving her
No,
hands
wait.
around like that. But I
Yeah,
100% liked it because it looked better than a lot of the outfits that she already brought on. This is something she made. It looked great. I loved it. I loved Tia.
I love Tia. I do love Tia. And I think actually when she first stepped out to the runway, I wrote my first initial thing was okay. That's why I wrote down okay. But of course, as the camera zoomed, and you know, you got to see the
Shady
outfit
cameraman.
clearer. Yeah, you know, you obviously saw that it wasn't. I would like you. I was surprised she actually pulled something that wasn't terrible out. Like it wasn't good, but it wasn't disgusting. You know, it wasn't like, girl, you need to quit. Like I was just okay. And then like obviously you could tell that it wasn't done too well. I feel like definitely with better execution it could have been cute.
Agreed.
Especially with that green, like we said. Although I think she should have stuck with her hippie look.
Yeah, I mean, we'll never see what that looks like, but literally when she was changing the look, I remember thinking to myself, why? No, don't do it. I don't know what that
It's
hippie look would have looked
overplayed,
like, but I
darling.
enjoyed seeing this. Tia made this. Tia rocked it on the stage for me. Yes, maybe she deserved to be at the bottom, but she tried, and that's what matters to me.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, now let's talk about the worst. Okay, I did not like any of the pink looks. Kudos to Ginny for doing
Yeah,
it. Sister, I don't remember her outfit, but I remember it wasn't great because I literally put pink, which means I didn't like both of them. Ginny Lemon, like I said, kudos, girl, for taking on RuPaul's advice and you know, starting to unravel the inner sexy in you and appreciating, you know, your beauty for what it is. I just wish one of the girls had helped her cinch that waist because really and truly, okay,
really.
really and truly, um, if this was a challenge and if it's like based if it wasn't for Rue giving her that sexy up challenge, I feel like as a garment that was not acceptable. As something that you make, as it was a sewing challenge, like I could have made that. It was literally wrapped material kind of around you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Michelle, I bet in any other circumstance, Michelle would have read that down. And they did read it down, but they would have read that down more. You know, I just wish
For
if she
filth.
decided for filth, I wish if she decided to do the whole body. Yeah, right. Like the whole point is to show that body. So literally, all she had to do, even if it was like a basic outfit, which I'm sure they would have been mad at anyway, but like perfect that basic outfit. Make sure that it's cinched. Make sure that it's sitting in all the right places, and it would have literally made it that much better. I feel like so, which is why
Mm,
I was a bit like, well done, like
yeah.
good, and it's a first step. Just yeah,
I see it.
refine
I
it,
see exactly
refine
what
it.
she was doing. Ginny Lemon is the sex pot we all deserve. All right. Like I was like, okay, all right. I don't like it, but I don't hate it. Now I would have hated it if, like you said, if this was like a regular Ginny Lemon, like with the quirkiness, and then that was what she was wearing. However, because she tried to sex it up
Yeah,
and brought the Ginny flow into it as well, you know, kind of like, oh, I'm dressed like this, and maybe I am uncomfortable, but I'm not gonna let you see that. I'm still gonna rock this, you know. So I liked it for that reason, but I 100% agree. I take all my words back from last week, but sister, this definitely took me. I don't know what the outfit was about, you know. Like I see many people dress in questionable outfits anyway, but who am I? Like, but the blue in the face, I feel like she may have not done it on purpose, but that was, I think, like it's her entrance look, right? She had a bit of blue here, and then now she's like all blue in the face. I don't know what Sister is about, but that made me kind of, that's the only thing that made me remember it. It's like the makeup is weird, so
yeah. I
you're
don't
like,
even
you
remember it.
question it.
I'm not gonna lie.
Have you got anything else to say about any of the other outfits?
The disheartening, soul crushing, epic fail that was our bae, Miss Estina.
I mean,
Girl, let's take a moment.
honestly,
Okay, let's talk about it because
no.
what
No.
happened?
No, Rue was
What
even trying to tell her
happened?
in the workroom by not saying anything. That was just not gonna work. I'm
Shit.
sorry.
Like, I know
Like,
she wasn't a sewer, I understand.
there was nothing anime about it.
No, it was literally like schoolgirl. It did look like an ice skating
Schoolgirl
outfit.
girl.
I
No.
just the whole outfit, it was just so basic. Like
Yeah. I
Like she
mean,
relied on the hair way too much,
yes,
way too
yes,
much. And
yes,
it's, I
yes,
hate saying
yes.
this because I loved Estina. I was so sad to see her go. I was like, no, literally, that's like my top. Like,
That
I
was
was
your
literally
top.
saying,
You wanted
I
her.
was, I still love Estina. I still want her back. Like,
Yeah.
I think she should bring her back. Like, I was just so crushed by that, man. I was just like, why?
I personally, I was disappointed because she relied too much on the hair. Like you said, to me, she deserved to be in the bottom because she did not even, like, she has so much time left. She knew, she said in the confessional, and I know the confessionals are recorded somewhat after, so this could have been a thing that she's just thinking about as she knows that she's eliminated. Spoiler alert, if you didn't know that, you totally should by now. But she could have put more, even if it was just designs and something, just to show that you put a lot more effort into it.
I just expected so much more from Estina. I wanted her to go like full, you know, Sierra, Teyana Taylor on us. And her whole style was this kind of like street
Yeah,
couture
yeah,
kind of
yeah, yeah,
style. And I really wish she just like leaned into that and
yeah.
made
I
it.
mean, I feel like a lot of the sewing challenges that are on RuPaul's Drag Race really sometimes probably bring even the bestest down, like regardless, because it's just hard for some people that
Yeah.
have never sewn before to sew something and to wear it. Whereas we know for a fact, I say for a fact, we'll see in the future that Astina probably had some outfits packed, which would have taken us by full surprise.
Oh,
So
100.
I always feel
Estina would have
like,
won. If it wasn't for this challenge, I think she would
mhm,
have been in the top 100%.
yeah, yeah, I 100% agree with you. Should we talk about this lip sync and how surprising that was? Because again, I don't know what it was, but Tia definitely got me this. I was literally, so when I saw them lip sync, I was like, first, the way Astina started, I was like, oh, damn, like Astina's obviously going to win this. But Tia was upset with all her heart. And I think that sold it a little bit more. But the fact that in the beginning, Tia seemed like she was going to give up, and then she didn't. And she was like, I'm going to show you everything
I'm about
that
to
I've got.
perform.
She showed that she wanted it. Maybe Estina was being cocky a little bit by saying that she knows she was going to bring it because she's a dancer, right? So it's almost like
I think
relying
she
too much on
relied,
that.
yeah, she 100% relied way too much on being a dancer.
Yeah.
Whereas Tia was hungry. The girl was
Yes.
starving.
Yep. And she ate it all up. To be very honest with you, I think this is the best lip sync so far this season.
I'm still mad as soon as gone though.
Yeah, it
Like,
was very disappointing. And I think it's unfortunate. You know, I always hope for like a double stay, but that's just not gonna happen on Drag Race UK at the moment. The budget ain't strong.
all right, so how about who are your now favorites?
Ginny Lemon, 100%. Lawrence Cheney, Tia Coffee, and Veronica Green. Top four.
Okay, well, mine is 100% now. Bibbidi Bomb Boulash is looking like she's gonna be up in the top for me. Like she's pleasantly surprised me this week. 100% Lawrence Cheney. I love a bit of Lawrence. I love Tia. Just her personality. I just want her to make it. I just want her to make it. I'm rooting for Tia. And if I had to pick a fourth, I guess it would either be at this point Ginny Lemon or Taste. For me, they're both in the same category because I like them. I really do. But I feel like it's very samey at the moment for both of them. So with Taste, it's very looks. You're beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love Taste's personality on the offshots. Hilarious. They're hilarious. I love the way they talk, and they're always like, "Ooh,
Yeah,
like
those
this," and
facial expressions in it.
I love it. I love it. Like, oh,
It's like
what
they're
are you
talking
talking
directly at
about?
you.
How
Am I
dare
right?
you? I love it. I love that. 100% with Ginny as well. I'm feeling that whole. I really want. You can see Ginny saboteuring her. So I just want to see more. If that makes
I
sense.
agree. We all want a slice of Ginny Lemon and we all want to see more and more. So I'm definitely looking forward to next week, seeing what they bring. I'm looking to see if top 3, top 4 will make it. So let us know what you think about this episode.
Yes, let
And
us
with that
know.
said, we will shante away.
No, sachet oasis. Come on, you've been watching RuPaul for like all your life.
I realized because I was like, what am I saying? I was to say Shantae, we stay, but I'm trying to say we're going. So with that said, goodbye and see you next time on the cusp of everything. Bye.
Ciao.
Oh my god. I almost ended the call.
Story.